And Smith is also seeing the ball very well right now. 2 pitches ago, he lined one foul, made really good contact. That last one just a little bit late, but you can tell he's seeing the ball well right now.
The 2-2. Fouled off back into the netting. We stay at 2-2. Game 2 of a 4-game series between these two teams this weekend. Second one here in Athens. Teams will finish the series in Dayton this weekend. 2-2 chopped down the third base line. It stays fair. Shepard, bare hands, doesn't have a play. Almost a swinging bunt. And it scores Wouters from third. Dayton leads 2-0 here in the top of the first. Smith picks up his 7th RBI of the year. And it's an RBI infield single that brings up Bobby Stang.
And nothing crazy about that play, right? Not the best contact in the world by Smith Jr., but just put the ball in play, and you never know what might happen. It's like you said, Gabe, it's pretty much a bunt, essentially. Shepard was always going to have a tough time going from third to first, going across his body on that play. A good effort, but 2-0 Dayton. You want to make sure you don't allow a third here in the top half of the first.
First pitch was outside 1-0 to Bobby Stang. Now pitch number 2, skied left field. Boyd doesn't move much. Few steps in, makes the catch. And Lichtenauer gets out of the first, but not before Dayton with a couple of runs on 3 hits, 2 left aboard. And we head to the bottom half of the first. Ohio comes up to bat next when we come back. To the home half of the first inning we go here at Bob Wren. Dayton 2, Ohio nothing our score. Bobcats come to bat for the first time today. Cam Bryant leads it off for Ohio, followed by Cameron Boyd and Will Henson. They'll face Nicholas Pavia for the first time this afternoon. First pitch from Pavia in their first strike. 0-1. Give you the Ohio order today. Mentioned Bryant, Boyd, and Henson. Dylan Shepard in the cleanup spot. Tyler Stack hitting 5th. As that ball's lifted to left. Colin Lynch ranges back, makes the catch above his left shoulder. 1 away here in the first. Max Polinsky hitting 6th for Ohio. Taylor Harris back in the lineup hitting 7th after he missed yesterday's game. Reese Harmon hitting 8th, the senior first baseman, and Cam Hill, senior right fielder, rounds it out batting 9th for Ohio. Cameron Boyd steps in from the right side against the righty Pavia. We'll tell you a little bit more about Pavia in a second. First pitch breaking ball misses just outside 1-0. Around the diamond for Dayton today. 1-0 pitch in their first strike, 1-1. Jason Bello over at third, Dyronson Wouters at shortstop. Danny McDougal at second, Bobby Stang at first base. Martin Howe, the catcher for Pavia, as Boyd swings and misses. 1-2. Colin Lynch in left, Michael Smith Jr. in center, Grayson Carpenter in right for the Flyers. 1-2 fastball, inside corner, strike 3. Pavia gets his first K of the day. It's looking, and 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the first.
Very quick work right now by Pavia. The first a fly ball out to left, and then the backwards K sends Cameron Boyd packing. I mean, what a great start right now for Pavia. You want to limit your amount of pitches thrown, but also get guys out super quickly, and he's done a great job of both so far.
First pitch fouled off by Henson. 0-1. 2 out, nobody on for Ohio here in the bottom of the first. Flyers 2, Bobcats nothing. Couple of runs on 3 hits for Dayton in the top half of the first. Pavia making his 3rd start of the year and working quickly. The 0-1 breaking ball, swing and a miss, 0-2.
That was a beautiful pitch and a great job of changing the eye level and the speed. First pitch, fastball. The second pitch was that nasty slider, had a beautiful drop on it.
0-2 offering. Breaking ball just misses that time. 1-2. Missed a little high.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see him come back with that fastball on this pitch here.
1-2, flared, shallow center field, base hits. Henson on with a 2-out single here in the first, the best hitter in the Ohio lineup through the first couple weeks of the season, and he keeps the first inning alive for Dylan Shepard.
And a good job of just going with that pitch. He didn't really make the best contact here in the world, kind of just poked it out into right center, but a hit's a hit, and you'll take it any way that you can, especially to extend the inning.
Shepard bats from the left side against the righty Pavia. First pitch jammed him. Breaking ball fouled off back into the Ohio dugout, 0-1. Pavia sets. Runner going. Pitch is a little outside. Throw down to second, and Henson is out at second base. Good throw from Martin Howe. Henson trying to swipe a bag. 5 stolen bases this season, and he gets caught stealing to end the first. So Shepard will lead off the second. Pavia faces the minimum in the first. And we head to the top of the second inning. Dayton 2, Ohio nothing from Athens. So the top of the second we go here in Athens. Ryan McDougal, Grayson Carpenter, Danny McDougal due up here in the second. The 2 brothers will hit here in the second inning as Lichtenauer just misses with his first pitch, 1-0. Ryan is a junior on this Flyer team, DHing today. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-1. Danny, his brother, a fifth-year senior, transfers to Dayton for his last year of college baseball. 1-1. Fastball fouled off down the first baseline. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wasn't a great start in the first inning for Lichtenauer, trying to settle in. 1-2 pitch, just misses, little outside. Count evens up at 2-2.
And that's the big thing too, right? Is sure, you didn't start the greatest for Lichtenauer, but you can always come back, and going 1-2-3 or just allowing no runs in this top half of the second would be a huge confidence boost for him.
Just missed with the 2-2. Count runs full 3-2. Payoff pitch. Low, ball 4. He loses Ryan McDougal, who draws his 6th walk of the year. McDougal's hitting just 167, but the on-base percentage, 474 entering this game, so that'll go up even further, near 500. And in steps Grayson Carpenter, who all he did was walk yesterday. He singled in the 3rd and then walked his next 3 times to the plate before striking out in the 9th. First pitch in there on the inside corner, 0-1. Lichtenauer this season making his 3rd start in his first 7 innings pitched. He's allowed 4 runs on 7 hits, 3 walks, couple of strikeouts. ERA at 5.14 entering today. Off speed just misses outside, 1-1. First start against Murray State, not so good. Allowed 3 runs on 4 hits in just 2 innings as Carpenter sends a ground ball to short. Bryant scoops it up, goes to second for 1. Over to first. Double play. 4-6-3. And there's 2 down here in the second.
And that's a great job of staying calm by Bryant over the shortstop, making sure he comes up with that ground ball cleanly, flips it over to Henson at second, and then Henson over to Harmon at first. Textbook, really.
Textbook indeed. Danny McDougal, the leadoff hitter for Dayton, takes the ball low, 1-0. Lichtenauer in his 2nd start, mentioned the bad start at Murray State. His 2nd start, much better. 1-0 pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. 5 innings pitched against Tennessee Tech. Gave up just 1 run on 3 hits. Did walk 3, struck out 1. 1-1 pitch, little inside, 2-1. Gorgeous day here in Athens, 64 and sunny at first pitch. 2-1 line foul down the left field line. McDougal way out in front of that one, 2-2.
Yeah, but you can tell that he saw that one. He liked it. He wanted to go with it, but like you said, it's way too early on that pitch. Good contact, but wait just a little bit later.
2-2 hard ground ball through the hole. Base hit left side into left field. McDougal 2 for 2 to start his day. That was after McDougal went 1 for 4 yesterday. Came into the series batting .520. Didn't have a great day yesterday, but starts today with a couple of base hits, including a double in the first, and brings up Dyronson Wouters with 2 down here in the first as Wouters grounds 1 foul toward third.
And we just talked about McDougal waiting that split second later on that pitch. We talked about he liked that first one so much, pulled it way foul down the third base line, but then guess what? He waited a little bit, drove it right through that hole between short and third, and he's on base because of it.
Throw over to first. Danny McDougal back safely. 8 for 9 in stolen base attempts this season is McDougal. Large lead against the lefty Lichtenauer. Throw over. McDougal going. Now a throw to second. It's wide. Should have been an easy pickoff. Instead, the throw from Harmon at first base wide of second. And McDougal's in scoring position with 2 down here in the second inning.
And that's a great job by McDougal. You know, it's up against a lefty. You never know if he's coming towards you at first base or going to home. But he did what every coach tells you to do. And
a one-hopper fair down the third base line into the corner and left. McDougal scores standing up. It's a stand-up RBI double for Wouters, who's brought in a couple runs this afternoon. RBI number 8 on the season for Wouters, and Dayton leads 3-0.
And that's just how big that misplay from Harmon trying to pick off McDougal was. That pass ball, that bad throw allows the inning to continue. That should have been the third out. That should have been Ohio comes and gets their at-bats only down 2-0. But now it's 3-0, guy in scoring position. Sure, 2 outs, but there's still a lot of danger out there.
And when you're an Ohio team, that's 1-8 this season, and your pitcher is just struggling to start this game. You got to try to help him out in any way you can. And he made a good move over to first, and they had McDougal. And now we're going to get a pitching change. We'll see who the new pitcher is. We'll step aside and be right back from Athens.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
New pitcher for Ohio is Ethan Stewart, who comes in the game trying to get the Bobcats out of a jam here in the second. Flyers lead it 3-0 here in the top of the second. Dyronson Wouters is on second base. Martin Howell at the plate. First pitch was outside. Now Howell flares one to right. That gets down for a base hit. Wouters rounds third. He goes to the plate and scores. Bobcats get it into second, and it is 4-0 Dayton. An RBI single for Martin Howell. That'll close the book on the starter, Evan Lichtenauer, who allows 4 runs on 5 hits, walks a couple, no strikeouts in an inning and 2/3. And Stewart will now be responsible for Howell on first base.
Yeah, and now it's strictly a bullpen game, right? For the Bobcats, you want to try and at this point now use the least amount of arms that you really can, because you've got 2 more games after this, right, to finish off this series. This is only game 2 of 4. You don't want to burn through your bullpen arms too fast. So really, you're hoping now that Stewart gives you maybe 3 or 4 innings just to, again, save some arms for the rest of this series.
Something that Stewart, as he misses low 1-1, wasn't able to do at West Virginia in his last appearance. Went 1 inning, allowed 4 runs on 4 hits, a couple of walks and a strikeout. Swing and a miss there, 1-2. Throw down to first, and Howell's back safely. Stewart this season a 12.91 ERA. In his 3 appearances, 7 2/3 innings, he's allowed 12 runs, 11 of them earned, 6 walks, 3 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .364 against the 6'1" junior righty. The 1-2, low and away. Count evens up at 2-2. So it's Colin Lynch at the plate for Dayton. Flyers have put up a couple of runs in each of the first 2 games. Each of the first 2 innings, I should say, as the breaking ball misses low. Howell's caught in between first and second. This time, Harmon makes the throw to second base, and the Bobcats catch Howell in between. Flyers another couple of runs. 2 runs on 2 hits. 2 runs on 3 hits, I should say. Nobody left on. Bobcats down 4-0 early as we head to the home half of the second from Athens. Dylan Shepard to lead off the second inning for Ohio. Middle of the order due up for the Bobcats to face Nicholas Pavia for the first time today. First pitch just misses outside, 1-0 to Shepard. Dayton 4, Ohio nothing, our score. Bottom of the second. Bobcats with 1 hit off Pavia in the first inning as he misses inside, 2-0, and then Henson was caught stealing with 2 outs to end the first. So Pavia faced the minimum in the first. 2-0. Fastball just missed. 3-0.
And you can tell, too, that Pavia wants to work fast. I mean, he's letting these batters, kind of step out for a couple seconds. But once they're back in, Pavia's already back into his motion. He wants to try and work fast against these Bobcat batters.
4-pitch walk to Dylan Shepard. He's on to lead off the second, and in steps Tyler Stack. First pitch to the righty, Stack. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Oh, 0-1 breaking ball. Stack checks his swing and goes around 0-2.
That's back-to-back breaking balls, too. You wonder if Pavia comes back with a fastball here or if he goes right back to that breaking ball once again.
0-2 offering. Hard hit. One hopper past the diving glove of McDougal into right field. Stack trying to stretch this into a double. Dives, and he's in there safely. Stack has his third double of the year. Shepard moves up to third. And the Bobcats are in business for the first time today with runners on second and third and nobody down.
And that's a great job of seeing that, going with that pitch, driving it just past the diving glove of McDougal. A great attempt from the Dayton second baseman, but that ball just had too much power coming off the bat of Stack. And a great job, too, of hustling around first, getting into second safely. And just like that, no one down, 2 guys into scoring position.
First pitch outside, 1-0 to Max Polinsky, DHing today for Ohio. Next pitch low and inside, 2-0. And now we're going to get a mound visit. Dayton trying to calm down here in the second. Pavia hasn't had the greatest start to his season in his first 2 starts. 6 innings pitched. He's given up 8 runs on 6 hits. The command has been an issue. 8 walks, 4 strikeouts. Make it 9 walks and 5 strikeouts after a walk and a K today. And the ERA is up at 12 through his first 6 innings pitched. Opponent's hitting .250 against him.
And this is the time for the Bobcats that you want to get back into this game. Well, this is the chance. You're already down 4-0. You haven't gotten too much going offensively in the first inning, but now into the second, you have, again, 2 guys in scoring position, no one down. This is your chance to get back into the ball game. I mean, even if you just score the guys who are on second and third, you cut that lead in half and make it 4-2. That'd be a huge momentum shift in this game.
Swing and a miss by Polinsky on the 2-0. Count now 2 balls and a strike. You said it, Gavin. It feels like anything less than 2 runs would be disappointing for Ohio here as the 2-1's in for a strike. Pavia working quickly. The 2-2. Chopped, third base side. Bello charges, gloves, throws to first. In time for the out. It scores a run. Ohio thought Polinsky beat it out. But the first base umpire, Bryce McCullough, says he's out. Shepard scores, make it 4-1. Stack moves up 90 feet to third base.
Honestly, I thought that Polinsky did beat that. I mean, that was a bang play over there at first base. A great job getting out the box fast, getting down the line. He almost beat that one out.
And they're going to call this a foul ball off the foot of Harris as he swings and fouls one off on the first pitch. 0-1.
And we talked about that Ohio momentum. It's the same thing on the opposite side too. If you're Dayton, say that you only give up that 1 run that just happened, you'd feel that that'd be a successful inning after having guys on second and third.
Count evens up at a ball and a strike now. The 1-1. Fouled off by Harris into the netting behind home plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Harris hitting .276. In 8 starts this season as he skies one foul here out of play. And we stay at 1-2. A fly ball brings a run in. Harris bats from the right side. Pavia deals. And Harris just stays alive as he drops to a knee and fights off the curveball.
And that's all that you have to do, right? You're down to 2 strikes. Just make contact any way that you can. Stay alive. That's the biggest thing, especially with like what you said, Gib. A hit scores him, a sac fly scores him, an error, a pass ball can score him as well. You just want to make sure that you don't go down looking or swinging.
Hard ground ball left side past the diving glove of the shortstop Wouters. It's an RBI single for Taylor Harris, his 2nd RBI of the season. And the Bobcats have cut the lead in half. It's 4-2.
And even better, you pick up that RBI and you get on base, right? So now you keep the inning going even more. Only 1 out. You got a guy on base. Keep this momentum going. You now have that momentum. Keep it going throughout the rest of this bottom half of the 2nd inning.
First pitch misses 1-0 to Reese Harmon. .273 hitter is Harmon. Next offering misses outside, 2-0.
You can tell a lot to Pavia right now when he's facing a left batter. He's really missing to the opposite side of the batter's box every time. You wonder, does he not want to try and go inside to a lefty because he's a righty? Maybe a little bit of that control issue, like we talked about earlier. Don't want to bring it too inside, possibly hit him.
3-0 offering now. Just missed. Maybe a little low, maybe a little inside. Harmon walks for the 7th time this season. That'll bring up the 9-hole Cam Hill for Ohio. And all of a sudden, after trailing this game 4-0, the Bobcats have cut it to 4-2, and the tying runs at first and the go-ahead runs at the plate here in the bottom of the second.
There's a lot of space, too, right now in between first and second.
Hill got jammed. Flares one to short. Wouters makes the catch at shortstop. 2 down here in the second.
And that's a huge, huge out for Pavia in this Dayton defense. You didn't want to try and let Cam Hill get on base or advance those runners. So now it's get a ground ball out, get a fly ball out. Anything that can get that final out to make sure that you stay with that 2-run lead will be huge for this Flyers defense.
First pitch breaking ball in there for a strike to the leadoff hitter Cam Bryant. Bryant flew out to Colin Lynch in left field. Last inning. The 0-1. Swing and a foul tip back into the mid of Martin Howe. 0-2. Ohio thus far, a couple of runs on 2 hits and 2 walks in the inning. Now the 0-2. Hard ground ball foul down the first baseline. We'll do the 0-2 all over again.
It's just a little bit early right there from Cam Bryant. Again, a great job of seeing that. Just needs to wait a split second longer. Try and sit back and go with that pitch. Drive it into right field.
Stares at a ball outside there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bryant, a .286 hitter, 5 RBIs this season. Dayton 4, Ohio 2, bottom of the second inning here at Bob Wren Stadium. The 1-2. Foul tipped back into the netting. Good battle by Bryant here.
Yeah, and again, that's what you want to see. You know, especially from your guy in that 1 hole. You want to see him put up a good at bat, down to 2 strikes. Just survive every single pitch. You're in survival mode.
Pavia sets, checks second. The 1-2. Flared, right center field. Michael Smith Jr., the center fielder, can't get there. 1 run scores. Everybody else puts on the brakes. Harris scores. Bryant's into second with an RBI double. And the Bobcats trail by just 1. It's 4-3 here in the second.
And again, a fantastic job of doing what we just said by Cam Bryant. Wait a little bit longer, drive that pitch, and he did. He went with it into right center field. I was kind of surprised that they didn't send Reese Harmon. I thought he got a good jump coming around third base. And to the cutoff man, he was on the edge of where the turf hits the natural grass here at Bob Wren. I kind of was surprised that they didn't send him.
Would have been a close play with a decent throw. I do think he would have been out, but that's going to cause Dayton to go to the bullpen. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. So both starters today go 1 2/3. Flyers 4, Bobcats 3. Pitching change here at Bob Wren from Athens. New pitcher for Dayton, David Cox, 6'3", 205-pound sophomore righty into the game for the Flyers, making his third appearance of the year. Pitched earlier this week at Toledo. First pitch flared foul out of play down the first baseline, 0-1 to Cameron Boyd. So it's Dayton 4, Ohio 3. Bottom of the second inning. Bobcats with all 3 runs here in the second and still threatening. Runners on second and third with 2 outs. Boyd brought in 2 runs yesterday for Ohio. Next pitch, foul tipped back into the mid of Howe, 0-2. Shift is on for Dayton. 3 infielders on the left side of the infield. First baseman Stang, the only one left on the right side of the infield. 0-2, fouled off into the netting.
And with that shift, too, if you're Boyd right now, you're going to want to try and sit back just a little bit. You can tell he wants to pull that ball on the left side of the field. But like you said, Gabe, that huge gap right now because of that shift in between first and second, you put that ball anywhere within that area, you're scoring that run.
Cox is a strike away from getting out of the inning. A base hit probably gives Ohio the lead. 0-2, line drive, deep center field. Michael Smith Jr. ranges back and makes the catch above his left shoulder, and that ends the inning. But not before the Bobcats strike 3 times. 3 runs on 3 hits, 2 left aboard in the inning. And Dayton leads 4-3 as we head to the third in Athens. We head to the third here in Athens. Dayton with the middle of their order due up. 4, 5, 6. Colin Lynch, Jason Bello, Michael Smith Jr. Flyers 4, Bobcats 3, our score. First pitch to Colin Lynch, inside. 1-0. Ethan Stewart still in the game on the mound for Ohio. The starter, Evan Lichtenauer, went 1 2/3. Next pitch fouled off. 1-1. Lichtenauer gave up 4 runs on 5 hits, 2 walks, no strikeouts in an inning and 2/3. Stewart deals now. Breaking ball, hard ground ball, diving stop made by Shepard at third. A throw from behind the bag, and he got him. Harmon with a beautiful stretch over at first. Shepard makes the play of the game thus far, diving to his right and robbing Lynch of extra bases. 1 down here in the third.
And he's fired up, and he absolutely should be. I mean, what a play by Dylan Shepard, going across his body, diving, coming back up, and making that play. I mean, just a fantastic, and like you said, the stretch from Harmon over at first base helped make that play, too. What a great play all around.
Jason Bello to the plate now. He quickly stares at 2 balls. Now the 2-0 from Stewart. Inside 3-0. Bello grounded out his first time up, also to Shepard over at third. 3-0, get me over fastball. It does just that. 3-1. Stewart deals. Chop toward third. Backhanded by Shepard behind the bag. Throw to first in time. 2 away. Dylan Shepard's been busy over there at third.
He has been. He has been. I mean, the entire game so far. I mean, Jason Bello in his two at-bats has gone 5-3, second to first, both times. So that's 2 right there. The previous at-bat, that's 3. So he's been a very, very busy man over there at third base.
Michael Smith Jr. stares at a strike. 0-1. Next offering. Bunt shown, pulled back. Stewart delivers a strike, and it's 0-2. Stewart rocks and fires the 0-2. Fastball high at the eyes. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Top of the third. 2 down, nobody on for Dayton. Flyers lead 4-3. 1-2. Line drive, left field, base hits. Cameron Boyd fields it on a hop, quickly gets it into the shortstop, Cam Bryant. But it's a 2-out single for Michael Smith Jr., his second hit of the day.
Yeah, 2 for 2 so far for Smith Jr. He's doing a great job of seeing that ball super well. And he's also a threat on the base pass, too. He's already got 4 stolen bases on the year. This Dayton team, they love to try and swipe bags. They love to run. So that's something that every Bobcats pitcher is going to have to be aware of, is that these guys, they want to take off. They want to swipe bags.
First pitch outside, 1-0 to Bobby Stang. See if Smith takes off here. Nope. Runner not going, pitch is low, 2-0.
That's a great job, too, getting down and blocking that by a stack. I mean, this backstop here at Bob Wren, we've said it for such a long time, but it's so far the distance from home plate to the backstop that if a ball gets past it, it's guaranteed at least 1 advancement in terms of the runner on base, if not more, depending on how fast that runner is.
Throw over to first once again. Smith back safely. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Excuse me, that was the 2-0. That strike makes it 2-1. Good crowd on hand here today at Bob Wren. I think everybody's just excited to have some nice weather.
Me too. Me too.
Runner going here. Pitch popped up foul. And if we didn't have a roof right by us, I would have been worried for a second. Lands in the 3rd or 4th row right in front of us. 2-2.
Hey,
I think it might be impossible to get a ball back to us.
I think this is something that we've talked about when I was with the Copperheads too, is we're like, do we think that a baseball can get behind us? And I think, Gabe, if it's the right spin and if it's a low enough drive, if it just clears the netting behind us here,
you'd have a
behind
slight
home
shot.
plate, there might be a slight chance. Probably like 1 in 100, but you never know. You never know.
Throw to first. Smith Jr. back safely. 4 for 6 on stolen bases this year is Smith Jr. Got caught stealing yesterday. Nearly got caught leaning the wrong way there.
And they're keeping a huge eye on Smith Jr. over there at first base. Again, this Dayton team, they love to run, and they're going to try and take bags whenever that they can.
Takes off here. Pitches low and out. It's a ball. Throw down to second. Got him. Smith can't believe it. But Stack makes a great throw. And that ends the inning. Stewart faces the minimum in that inning. No runs on 1 hit. Nobody left aboard. And we head to the bottom half of the 3rd. Flyers 4, Bobcats 3, 4, 5 hitters due up for Ohio as we head to the bottom half of the third. Will Henson, Dylan Shepard, Tyler Stack will face David Cox for the first time today as the starter Nicholas Pavia for Dayton goes just an inning and 2/3 and allows 3 runs on 4 hits. Cox came in last inning and got the last out of the second. Kept the score at 4-3. Got Boyd to line out with runners on second and third. Henson stares at a ball. Now the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-1.
That's a great job of that. Again, just changing up the speeds, changing up the eye level of the batter right there by Cox.
1-1 pitch. Fastball in there for strike 2.
So we've seen him go off speed with that second pitch and then brought the fastball on the third. You wonder now if you're Henson, is he coming back with the fastball or is he going to try and go back to that breaking ball again?
1-2 breaking ball down low, 2-2. Wasn't really close enough to the zone to get him to chase. Two-two pitch. Sliced foul out of play. We'll do 2-2 all over again. Henson bats from the right side against the righty Cox. 2-2 offering. Low and away. Count runs full. Henson's been the best hitter in the Bobcat lineup through the first few weeks of the season. 3-2 breaking ball on the inside corner. Strike 3. That's a slider that starts in on righty hitters and then breaks back over the heart of the plate, and it just froze Henson a couple times there.
Yeah, and that was, again, like you just said, Gib, that wasn't the first time that Henson saw that slider in that at-bat. It almost looks like it's going to hit the batter.
Right.
And then it just comes right back in and just finishes right on the edge of the plate. I mean, that's, again, that slider to any righty batter from a right pitcher, man, it's so tough to read.
He comes back with it there to the lefty Shepard. It fooled Shepard. 0-1. Same pitch here, and Shepard just way out ahead of it. Lofts one foul and out of play, 0-2.
Way in front, like you said, but, man, did he make some good contact on that one. If that was fair, if he waited a little bit, I would have liked to have seen where that one would have ended up.
0-2 misses outside, 1-2. Shepard today walked his first time up last inning. Came around to score the first run of the game for the Bobcats. 1-2, ground ball, foul down the first base line. Once again ahead of that breaking ball.
And he's seeing it well so far. He's making pretty good contact so far during this at-bat. It's just waiting that little bit longer. You can tell he's kind of cheating towards that fastball.
1-2 outside, 2-2. Cox sets and deals the 2-2. Ground ball towards second. McDougal scoops, throws to first, and it's dropped by Stang at first base. That's just an error. Instead of an easy second out, Stang, I don't know if he knew if his foot was on the bag or not, and he kind of peeked down to see if his foot was on the bag and just dropped the ball.
Yeah, you could tell that right before McDougal threw that ball to him that, yeah, he just looked down, Stang did, and I guess he just wasn't anticipating it, or like you said, he thought that his foot was on the bag, and it wasn't, but that's a play that you certainly definitely don't see every day.
Error charge to the first baseman, Stang. That's his first error of the season. First pitch high and away, 1-0 to Stack. Next pitch to the righty Stack. Breaking ball outside. Snap throw back down to first, not in time. Shepard dives back safely. Stack doubled in the second. His third double of the season came around to score the second run of the game for the Bobcats. 2-0 offering. Slider in there for a strike, 2-1.
That pitch is just so nice to see. It's such a beautiful pitch. Again, a righty pitcher to a righty batter. That slider movement it's so clean.
Stack drives this one to left center. Michael Smith Jr. ranges over to his right and makes the catch. Good play by the center fielder. 2 away here in the third.
And once again, nice contact by Stack. He's really seen the ball well. Like you said, Gabe, last at bat he had that double, came around to score, and on that fly out to Smith Jr. out in center field, once again, put good contact onto it.
Next man up, Max Polinsky. Stares at a ball outside, 1-0. He grounded out his first time up, but brought in a run, his third RBI of the season. 1-0. Fastball just misses off the outside edge, 2-0. An hour into this game, we got started at 12:59. It's now 1:59 here in Athens. 2-0. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 2-1. Now the pitch. Lunges after one does Polinsky and fouls it off behind the Ohio dugout down the third baseline. 2-2. Gabe Genovese alongside Gavin Carrick today. Appreciate everyone joining us. Apologies for the technical difficulties at the beginning of the stream. 2-2 line foul down the third baseline. Polinsky bats from the left side against the righty Cox. 2-2 pitch. Jammed him. Slow roller towards short. Wouters charges, gloves, throws to first. In time. Close play, but a good play by Dyronson Wouters over at shortstop. And the error from Bobby Stang at first does not come back to haunt Dayton. No runs on no hits on one error. One left aboard for the Bobcats in the third. We head to the fourth. Flyers lead at 4-3. Gavin Carrick has your play-by-play when we come back from Athens.
Welcome back to Bob Wren Stadium here in Athens, Ohio. Top half of the fourth inning, 4-3 still our score between Dayton and Ohio. Bobby Stang leads us off and takes the off-speed pitch in there from Ethan Stewart, strike one. Second pitch just a bit low, good leave by Stang, who flew out to Harris. Excuse me, it was Shepard. He flew out to third base in his last at-bat. This one is hit out into Harris in center field. Got some nice carry on it, battling the sun, and Harris camps under it for out number 1. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Dayton Flyers in this top half of the 4th inning. Ryan McDougal walked on his last plate appearance and only got to first, didn't go any further than that in his last at-bat. Sends this one high into the sky. A couple of Bobcats moving over for it. Calling for it is the third baseman Shepard, battling the sun. And just like that, there's quick 2 outs for Stewart.
That's what you love to see if you're the Bobcats. 2 quick outs here in the 4th. And Stewart, after coming in the 2nd inning, has retired 4 of the 6 batters he's faced, but both batters he faced, he gave up a single, and then they got caught on the base path. So he's faced the minimum.
And that's exactly what you wanted to see. Like we said, Gabe, you want to try and not use too many arms in your bullpen when you have 2 games left in the series after this one. So Stewart eating up some innings, which is what you want to see if you're this Bobcats pitching staff. Swing and a miss, and there goes the bat out of the hands of Grayson Carpenter. Getting some laughs from the Bobcats fans and dugout as well.
As he should.
Absolutely, absolutely. Say he swung so hard and he wanted to hit it, but the bat went further than the ball in that case. The 1-2 check swing, just a little bit low from Stewart. And the appeal down to first, no swing. 2-2. Grayson Carpenter in his last at-bat was a victim of the 6-4-3 double play ball. Takes that one just a bit low. Full count, 3-2. So after retiring the first 2 batters of the inning, Stewart facing a little bit of trouble here. Swing and fouled off of Carpenter, so we'll do the full count over again. Three-two, no one on, 2 down in the inning. Stewart trying to get his offense back up, who scored 3 in their last at-bats. The 3-2 poked out the shortstop. Bryant up with it over to first. Hopper got him by a step. Wonderful stretch out there from Harmon. And it's a 6-3 ground out to end the top half of the 4th inning. 1-2-3, go the Flyers. We'll be right back, and the Bobcats have their ups next. Bottom half of the fourth inning, 7-8-9 due up for the Bobcats. 4-3 ball game, still down by 1 run. But in the bottom half of 2, they were able to cut that Dayton lead to make it 4-3. Harris swings and misses at that first pitch from David Cox. Cox into his motion, sets and delivers just a bit outside. Makes the count now even up at 1-1. Harris had an RBI single and scored on his last at bat. Ropes this one down the left field line. That's going to be extra bases. It's two-hopper off the wall. And Taylor Harris is in the second base, standing a leadoff double for the Bobcats.
RBI single in the second inning, and now a leadoff double here in the fourth for Harris. You'll take that start to your day.
Absolutely. 2 for 2 and an RBI. I'm sure that he'll also hope he can come around to score just like last time. So they'll bring up the 8-hole hitter, Reese Harmon. He walked in his last at-bat. No down, a man already in scoring position for the Bobcats, down 4-3. So game-tying run on second. The go-ahead run stands at the plate. Fouls that one off into the glove of Howell, strike 1. And the infield shift is on, 3 on the right side of the infield. Only 1 on the left side. That's the third baseman, Bello. So a huge gap in between second and third. Swing and a miss by Harmon. Quick 0-2 after that double from Harris. Cox gets his sign. Sets and delivers outside, ball 1. One-two to Harmon, no down. Harris stands on second as the game-tying run. That one outside makes the count even up now at 2-2. And the 2-2 from Cox is swung on and fouled back, so we'll do it all over again. And the 2-2 from Cox, just a bit outside. Great job by Reese Harmon, making it a full count.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to lay off.
It certainly is. You want to try and go with that, especially with the shift being on. Here's the full count, swung on, right back to us. There wasn't a screen there, Gabe. I think that one might have been right to us.
You flinched a little bit.
Maybe a little bit, but no one saw it, though, so we're fine. So 3-2, 1 on, no down for Reese Harmon. He's worked this count full. Cox gets his sign. Comes set. And outside, a great job by Reese Harmon of working that. So back-to-back walks for Harmon. Now there's 2 men on for Cam Hill.
And if you're Dayton, the slight positive there is it opens up the double play ball now.
It does.
So had a base open and opens up the double play ball, and we'll see if we get a pitching change here.
It seems that we will be. So we'll go ahead and step aside, take a quick break. New pitcher for the Flyers when we come back. 4-3 is our score. Pitching change for the Dayton Flyers. Now on the pitch, it's the 6'2" righty Michael Fortes, the senior out of Weston, Florida, making his 4th appearance on the season. And a pickoff move, just checking on Taylor Harris over there at second.
Curious to see if we see a bunt here from Cam Hill.
So I wouldn't be surprised just to get those guys over to second and third. It would be much better than first and second. And here is that bunt attempt. They're saying it was
Foul tipped.
tipped just off the bat of Hill. Honestly, probably a good thing, because if not, that's a passed ball, and the runners move up 90 feet closer. So 0-1 to Cam Hill. The senior right fielder in today's game shows bunt again, gets this one down, but it'll go foul down the third base bag, 0-2. You usually never see a bunt with 2 strikes, but just to get those guys into scoring position, you wonder, do you think Cam Hill tries it again here?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's out of the realm of possibilities here. I think he ends up swinging away, though.
So here's the 0-2. He does swing and swings and a miss at the breaking ball. Down goes Cam Hill for the first out of the inning.
Now batting the Bobcats, shortstop number 11, Cam Bryant.
So they'll bring up Cam Bryant. 1 for 2 for the lefty junior shortstop. Still has a man in scoring position in the form of Taylor Harris. Reese Harmon over at first base. And that one high from Michael Fortes.
Fortes has been good this season.
He certainly has been.
4 1/3 innings pitched without allowing a run.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, is no runs allowed, either earned or not. Still nothing for him in that category. Fortes, beautiful off speed, flows Cam Bryant, swings and misses. 1-2 to Bryant.
Couple of walks, 4 strikeouts over his 3 appearances.
And a pickoff move, Fortes just keeping an eye over there on Taylor Harris.
Gave up 2 hits in his first appearance against Lipscomb and hasn't given up a hit since in his 1 inning against Eastern Kentucky and in 2/3 of an inning against Toledo.
Swings and fouls that one off the bat of Bryant, so we'll do it over again. Still 1-2. One, two, one down. Harris over on second, Harmon over on first, and Cam Bryant is up at the dish. And a good battle right here by Cam Bryant. Anything close, he's at least fouling it off to survive. Welcome back. We apologize for the technical difficulties there for the last couple minutes, but hey, we're back and better than ever now. So to catch you up, Danny McDougal singled into left center field. And then Dyerson Waters popped out to the catcher. And on that, McDougal tagged from first because this backstop here at Bob Wren is so big that it allowed McDougal time to get back, tag, get all the way to second. It's a play you certainly don't see too much. Martin Howell pops this one way high in the sky. And calling for it, Shepard, and he makes the out. So 2 down now for the Dayton Flyers. Colin Lynch steps up to bat. 5-3 ground out and a walk is his line so far this afternoon. Dayton still does have that man in scoring position with Danny McDougal standing at second. But now it's 2 down. They're going to need at least a base knock, if not more, to try and score him in. As Lynch takes that one in there for strike one from Ethan Stewart. Top half of the 5th inning. This one's skied in center field. Harris backing up, camps under it, and makes the play falling into the wall. Great job of holding on to that one by Harris out in center field. And that is a loud out, number 3. So after McDougal gets on base, 1, 2, 3, go the Flyers. Bobcats looking to get their ups when we come back. Back now for the bottom half of the 5th inning. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Bobcats. Will Henson will get us started. Still facing Michael Fortes on the mound for the Flyers. This one smoked in between the gap of short and third. One pitch, one man on for the Bobcats as Will Henson picks up his second base knock of the afternoon. So that'll bring up the lefty Dylan Shepard, native of Barrie, Ontario, Canada. One of 2 Canadians on this roster, Julian Robertson, the other also from Ontario. Couple step lead over there for Will Henson at first base, and that's going to run inside and hit Dylan Shepard. The first hit by pitch that we've had this afternoon. So Will Henson advances to second base, and Dylan Shepard is on first via the hit by pitch. So just like that, no one out and 2 on for the Bobcats. Tyler Stack, the catcher, stands in now. Swings and puts this one down to third. Steps on third for 1. Over to first. That's a 5-3 double play. A huge 2 outs for the Flyers. Dylan Shepard does advance over to second base, but at the cost of 2 runners. So Max Polinsky now steps in. A 5-3 and 6-3 ground out, but an RBI is his line this afternoon. That one low and inside from Michael Fortes. Shepard on at second, 2 down for Max Polinsky. You would love to try and even up this ball game if you are the Bobcats. Again, it's a case of getting guys in scoring position. Polinsky shows bunt, gets it down. The third baseman calling for it, Bello. But no one there. It was between Bello and Fortes. Fortes kind of said, no, that's mine at first, and seemed to try and call off the third baseman. But in the end, no play. That's the infield single from Max Polinsky. You don't see it too often. An infield bunt single. But now it's first and third, 2 down for Taylor Harris. 2 for 2, and RBI is his line. So having a great game so far is the Bobcats junior center fielder. So he takes the first one outside, 1-0. And the 1-0 from Fortes is up and in, 2-0. Bottom half of the 5th inning. 4-3 is our score. The Bobcats knocking on the door. Just trying to even up this ball game. The 2-0. Big swing and a miss from Taylor Harris. You can tell he liked it, wanted to put a good swing on it. Just not the right timing, 2-1. The 2-1 from Fortes, swung on. Kind of an inside-out swing right there from Taylor Harris. So he fouls that one off down the right field line. We'll do it over this time, 2-2. The Flyers 1 strike away from getting out of this mess. First and third, 2 down. Fortes swings, pops this one up into center field is Taylor Harris. All 3 coming in on it, making the play is the second baseman, McDougal. Him, Smith Jr., and Wolters all trying to come in and make that play. But it is the Dayton second baseman who puts an end to what could have been a very dangerous bottom half of the 5th inning for the Bobcats. They strand 2 on base. Still 4-3 is our score. Five, six, seven due up for the Flyers in this top half of the 6th inning. Jason Bello will lead us off, the 5-hole hitter. Came into this game with a .300 batting average and 8 RBIs. But so far this game, he has grounded out to third base in each of his 2 plate appearances. And is quickly in the hole now 0-2 to Ethan Stewart, who, to his credit, has done a fantastic job after coming in relief of Evan Lichtner. And this one is swung on, driven out into center field. What a great sliding play by Harris out in center to retire Jason Bello for the first out of the inning. Sliding in to make the play. Great job by Harris also of just maintaining possession of the ball in his glove. It's so easy for that ball just to pop out and dislodge from the mitt in that type of situation, but a great job of holding on to it. That was for sure a single, if not more, if that ball got past Harris out in center field. So it's a loud out, number 1. And they'll bring up Michael Smith Jr., who is 2 for 2 today with an RBI. He was caught stealing his last appearance on base. Tried to go from first to second. Swing and a miss by Smith Jr. Makes the count now 1-2 to the Flyers center fielder. Stewart trying to make quick work of this 5, 6, and 7 lineup due up for the Flyers. That one taken high and away for ball 1. Stewart sets in, delivers, and gets Michael Smith Jr. looking for out number 2. Smith Jr. got a couple words for the umpire after that. Didn't like the call. Thought it was a little bit outside. But regardless, though, it is out number 2. They'll bring up now Bobby Stang, the redshirt junior. Swings and misses for strike 1. This one put a charge into it by Bobby Stang, but dies a little bit in the air. And right to Boyd out in left field for a 1-2-3 top half of the 6th inning. Down go the Flyers. Bobcats have 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom half of the 6th inning when we come back. Bottom half of the sixth inning. 8-9-1 do it for the Bobcats. Led off by Reese Harmon, the senior first baseman. So he takes that one in there for strike one from Michael Fortes. Harmon 0 for O line as he has 2 walks so far to his name. The infield shift is on as Harmon pulls that one foul down the first base bag, 1-2. 3 infielders between first and second on the right side of the infield. Only 1 on the left side. Swings and that one fouled right back to the screen. We'll do it over again, 1-2. I'll tell you what, if there was no screen there, that one was absolutely coming back right for us here in the broadcast booth. Didn't flinch this time because I remember that there's a screen there, but it's still pretty scary. Fouled off again, 1-2 from Reese Harmon. Fortes looks in and gets his sign from Howell. And the 1-2, did he go? Yes, he did. But Howell doesn't know where the ball is. It's at the backstop. And the Bobcats asking for runner's interference as Reese Harmon was trying to go from first to second, or fielder's interference, excuse me, I should say, and I have to agree with him. It seemed that the first baseman staying impeded on Reese Harmon's chance to go round first and go to second. And it seems that the umpires are going to be having a meeting for this. There's the base umpire's call. There is 2 of them. One down the first base line, one down the third base line, as well as the home plate umpire. So we'll have to wait and see what the umpires say. It did seem that there was fielder's interference by staying over at first base. So we'll have to see what the umpires say. This could be a huge call because if so, it would put Reese Harmon over at second base, no down, runner in scoring position for the Bobcats. But if not, regardless, it's still a man on and no down. Regardless of what happens, it's just, is Reese Harmon at first or is he at second? And the umpires stick with the call. So Reese Harmon will stay at first base. No advancement and no fielder's interference called. So that'll bring up now Kem Hill. He has a fly out to the shortstop and a strikeout swinging is his line so far this afternoon. Man, what a time this would be for Kem Hill to pick up his first base knock of this game. Shows bunt, gets it popped off behind the backstop, but too far for the catcher Howell to make a play. Just like his last at-bat, Kem Hill showed bunt. This one is doing the same, just trying to advance Reese Harmon into scoring position. Third baseman Bello playing a couple steps in from the third base bag, assuming that a bunt is coming. And a pickoff attempt. Just keeping an eye on Reese Harmon over there at first base. Again, Harmon got base via the drop third strike. A couple steps lead for Harmon. And swinging a foul tip off the inside of the bat of Cam Hill, so it's a quick 0-2 to the Bobcats right fielder. No one down, one on in the form of Reese Harmon. Cam Hill up at the dish looking for his first base knock of this game. And the 0-2 is down in the dirt. Good block by Howell to make sure that that one did not reach the backstop. 1-2. Harmon gets his lead at first. Fortes gets his sign, checks over on the runner on first base. This one just a bit inside, 2-2. Good job by Cam Hill. He was down 0-2, now makes the count evened up at 2-2. Anything can happen. And in this stage of the ball game, you want to try and even the game up. Don't want to try and fight for your life in the later innings. Swing and a miss by Cam Hill. That's his second strikeout of the afternoon. And we'll bring up Cam Bryant. So the lefty stands in. 1 for 3 is his line with an RBI double. Swing and a foul tip. Back into the screen, 0-1. The 0-1 swung in, popped into foul ground into the stands. Makes it now 0-2. So 0-2 to the Bobcats shortstop Cam Bryant. Reese Harmon still stands on first base. He represents the game tying run. Cam Bryant represents the go-ahead run. Bryant went down looking in his last at-bat. Swing and a miss. This time he goes down swinging. And back-to-back strikeouts for the Bobcats means it's now 2 down with 1 on. So that'll bring up Cameron Boyd, the Bobcats left fielder. 0 for 3 is his line with the strikeout. And 2 flyouts to center field is his line so far this afternoon. Harmon still stands on first base. Again, he represents the game-tying run. Boyd represents the go-ahead run. One on, 2 down for Boyd. Any base knock you'll take. Shift to the left side of the infield is on. See second baseman, shortstop, and third baseman all playing in between the second and third base bag. The outfield is slight shift to the right. And the 0-0 is in there for strike 1. Michael Fortes has done a wonderful job so far. That one just a bit high and outside. Couple step lead for Harmon over at first. That one in there for strike 2. Cameron Boyd asking is, did that catch the inside? And indeed it did. 1-2, 2 down, 1 on for the Bobcats. Decent lead for Harmon over at first base. Off he goes. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped and a great job by Howell. Holding on to that one. Fortes is fired up, and I can't blame him. After the drop third strike for Reese Harmon, 3 straight strikeouts retired the Bobcats in this bottom half of the 6th inning. We stay 4-3. Dayton 2 up when we come back. Into the later stages now of this ball game. Top half of the 7th inning now for the Flyers. 8-9-1 due up. It is Ryan McDougal, the 8-hole hitter DH in this afternoon's ball game. He has a walk and a ground out to third base. And he fouls that one off again, so we'll stay at 0-2. That one outside, 2-2. That one taken upstairs, full count. Good job by McDougal of battling back and making this a full count. Now anything can happen in a 3-2 situation. And the windup from Stewart is just a bit outside. A great job by Ryan McDougal. After being down in the count, earns himself his 2nd walk of the afternoon. And that'll bring up the right fielder freshman Grayson Carpenter. He's hit into a 6-4-3 double play and a 6-3 ground out is his line so far this afternoon. This one off the end of the bat of Carpenter and caught by Harmon over at first base. So a soft out number 1 for the Flyers in this top half of the 7th inning. And there was a pinch runner in for Ryan McDougal. It's number 5, Aiden Eberly, who stands over at first base now. And a mound visit for the Bobcats. And it seems that it will be the end of the afternoon for Ethan Stewart. A fantastic outing for him out of the bullpen. And we talked about him coming in to eat innings, eat pitches, and he did just that. A great outing for the former Megs Marauder. And so we'll go ahead and step aside as the Bobcats have a pitching change. 4-3 is still our score. Pitching change for the Bobcats. It's the 6'3" senior lefty Aaron Bloom out of Cincinnati, Ohio. This is his third appearance on the year. 2.1 innings pitched. Off goes the runner, Eberle, and he's in there safely. The throw gets behind everyone, and Eberle's going to go from first to third on the passed ball. So a big-time error right there from Stack, as well as, can argue also, second and shortstop responsible for that error too. Just because you can never let the ball get past you in that type of situation, or what will happen is you'll go from first to third. And a bunt shown by Carpenter. Excuse me, it's Danny McDougal who's up. McDougal 3 for 3 this afternoon. What an afternoon he has been putting in. This one, chopper off the dish. And a 5-3 ground out for Danny McDougal. Still strands Aiden Eberle over there at third base, but that could be a huge run in the grand scheme of things, but still only one down. It's 2 down, excuse me. Top half of the 7th inning, 4-3, 2 down. Dyerson Walters steps in. Came into this game with a .310 average, 5 stolen bases, 6 RBIs. He's already added 2, so make that 8 RBIs in this one. Swings and takes a hack at this one. Will this stay in play to be caught? It will, but no Bobcat can get there down the first base line. Good effort from both Hill in right field and Harmon at first base, but no one can come up with it.
Tell you what, Gavin, if you would have told us that this game would still be 4-3 after it was 4-3 after 2 innings, I don't know if I would have believed you, but the pitchers have stepped up, and you talk about a big spot here for Bloom. Ohio fans hoping he can make a couple of pitches here.
That one just a bit high to Walters. Walters ropes this one out in the center field, but right to Harris. Had to make a little bit of a jump to make sure he came down with that one for a loud out number 3. So we will stay 4-3. The Bobcats due up when we come back.
We head to the home half of the 7th here in Athens. 3-4-5 due up for the Bobcats. Will Henson, Dylan Shepard, and Tyler Stack to face Michael Fortes for the second time today. Flyers 4, Bobcats 3 our score after the 7th inning stretch. And we've been here for a while. It was 4-3 Dayton after 2 innings of play. First pitch from Fortes misses low. 1-0 to Henson. Dayton led 4-0. Bobcats come back with 3 runs in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. And we've had zeros since. 1-1 breaking ball. Skied into shallow left. McDougal, the second baseman, called off by Carpenter in right field. Shallow right, I should say. And there's one away here in the 7th. That'll bring up Dylan Shepard. Shepard has reached all 3 times today. Walked in the 2nd, reached on an error in the 3rd, and hit by a pitch in the 5th. So he's 0 for 1, but he's been on base every time to the plate. First pitch to the lefty. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
And one thing for sure is that on-base percentage, it's going to keep on going up, and that's something that you love to see, especially early on in this young season.
0-1 offering, hard ground ball to second. McDougal backhands, throws to first in time, 2 away.
Nice contact there by Shepard. He saw it well, timed it well, just unfortunate that it was pretty much right at McDougal at second base.
And ever since Ohio had runners on first and second with nobody out in the 5th, Shepard Fortes has retired 7 of the last 9 Bobcats. Swing and a miss there by Stack 0-1. And the 2 that reached for Ohio, it was a bunt single, and then Harmon reached on a drop third strike. So technically, you could say Fortes retired 8 of 9.
And
Next offering down low.
And a lot of them, too, have been via the strikeout. He's been doing a great job of changing velocities, changing the eye levels of these Bobcats hitters, and that's really what's been throwing them off.
Yeah, it's not very often as the 1-1 misses low, 2-1. You see 4 strikeouts in an inning,
Yeah.
but that's what Fortes did in the 6th. Drop third strike, Harmon reached to lead off the 6th, and then 3 more Ks in the inning. Breaking ball misses high that time, 3-1. Stacks 1 for 3 this afternoon. Doubled and scored in the 2nd. Lined out to center in the 3rd. Grounded into a double play his last time up as he stares at a strike there. The count runs full. Payoff pitch now from Fortes. High at the eyes, ball 4. Stack works a 2-out walk. Tying run aboard, go-ahead run comes to the plate. For the Bobcats, it's Max Polinsky.
This is something that's kind of has been the trend of this game so far. Is the Bobcats have done a great job of getting guys on base as well as guys in a scoring position, whether that be at second or third. But then it's always something stalls in the offense, whether it's a double play or a strikeout, and they can't seem to get those guys across.
Runner going, pitch is low, throw down to second, safe at second base. Stack steals second, and the Bobcats have the tying run in scoring position.
Tell you what, for a bigger guy and for a catcher, Stack has some wheels on him. He can run. He can take off and go.
The 1-0 pitch now to the lefty Polinsky. Inside, he tap dances out of the way, 2-0. Polinsky 1 for 3 this afternoon. RBI ground out in the 2nd. 2-0 pitch. Line drive, left field. Lynch a couple steps back and makes the catch. Good contact from Polinsky, but nothing doing for Ohio in the 7th. We head to the top half of the 8th inning. Flyers 4, Bobcats 3 from Athens. We head to the top of the 8th here at Bob Wren Stadium. Good ball game. Game 2 of a 4-game series between Dayton and Ohio. Flyers 4, Bobcats 3 our score. First pitch misses just outside 1-0 to Martin Howe. Martin Howe, Colin Lynch, Jason Bello. 3, 4, 5 hitters due up for Dayton here in the 8th. New pitcher for Ohio is Hunter Brooks. Next pitch down low. 2-0. So Aaron Bloom comes in and gets the last 2 outs of the 7th. And now Brooks on to pitch the 8th for Ohio. 2-0 pitch misses low and outside, 3-0. Hunter Brooks this season making his 5th appearance of the year. That's a 4-pitch walk to start the 8th. So the Flyers have an insurance run to lead off, an insurance run on base to lead off the inning, I should say. Brooks had a rough outing in his first appearance of the year against Murray State. Gave up 4 runs on 4 hits. Couple of walks against Murray State. Throw over to first, back safely is Howe. Pitched twice against Tennessee Tech, didn't give up anything in an inning and a third in his first appearance, then gave up 1 run on 1 hit in an inning in his second appearance against Tennessee Tech. Next offering just high. 1-0 to Lynch. Then pitched at West Virginia earlier this week, gave up a run on 2 hits, recorded just 1 out against the Mountaineers. Struggling to find the zone here, 2-0.
That was a great pick right there by Stack behind the dish, making sure that that ball didn't reach the backstop, or else that was an easy advance for Martin Howell to second base.
Now we get a mound visit. Ohio has threatened all game. They've had runners left on base in every inning since the first. The pitching staff has done a terrific job. How about Ethan Stewart today for Ohio?
Fantastic. I mean, again, we talked about when he came on, his job really was to eat innings, to eat pitches, and limit the damage, and he did all of those. He did a fantastic job. Just a wonderful outing from Stewart. Really, I'd say that he's the main reason why the Bobcats are still in this game, holding Dayton to pretty much nothing once he came in.
Next offering in there for a strike, 3-1. Brooks sets the pitch. Down low, ball 4. Back-to-back walks to begin the 8th inning. Ethan Stewart came in this game, pitched 4 2/3 innings. Didn't give up any runs. Just 3 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Again, pitch to contact. Just 1 walk, 1 strikeout. His defense did his job behind him. And now we'll get another pitching change. So Brooks comes in, doesn't record an out, walks 2. And we'll see who the new pitcher is for Ohio when we come back from Athens. Dylan Masters is the new pitcher for the Bobcats. 6'3", 210 pounds, senior lefty for Ohio, making his 5th appearance of the year. 4.76 the ERA through 4 appearances. He's given up 3 runs, all earned in 5 2/3 innings pitched. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. He faces Jason Bello to start his outing. The lefty sets and fires back to second.
And he comes in a big situation, too. You can see both corners, first and third, kind of cheating in, expecting Bello to lay down a bunt here and advance those runners to second and third. But this is, I don't want to say that this is for the game, but ultimately you think if Dayton scores here.
Good bunt. Masters gloves. Nobody at first. He runs and tags out Bello himself. It's a good sack bunt by Jason Bello. Howell moves to third. Lynch moves up to second. And it's 2 runners in scoring position with only 1 out for Dayton, leading 4-3 here in the top of the 8th.
And that's what Jason Bello knew that he had to do. He comes into that situation. You know it's going to be a bunt 9 times out of 10 in that type of situation, just to move the runner over. So good job by Bello of understanding what his role is in that situation and advancing those guys 90 feet closer.
Michael Smith Jr. to the plate. Foul tips the first pitch back into the mitt of Stack, 0-1. A 1 pitch misses outside. 1-1 to Michael Smith Jr., center fielder for the Flyers today. 2 for 3 with an RBI single in the first. Singled in the third, struck out looking his last time up in the 6th. Infield in for Ohio, the 1-1. Off speed just outside, 2-1. Bobby Stang awaits on deck for Dayton. 2-1. Good pitch inside. Smith fouls it off, 2-2. Masters pitched earlier this week against West Virginia. No runs, no hits, and a strikeout in his 1 inning of work. 2-2 offering. Comes inside and just misses. Count runs full.
So he's lucky that didn't hit Smith Jr. there. Honestly, I thought for a second it might have brushed up against his pant leg. But good thing it didn't, or else I would have put him on first base.
And it's low, and that puts him on first. Masters, after the 2-2 count, throws a couple of balls and walks Smith Jr. Does open up the double play ball for Ohio. They had a base open.
And then that's, I would imagine, kind of what the thought process is there, is that, a walk doesn't kill us in this type of situation because, like you said, it does open up that double play ball, and I'd assume that that's what the Bobcats are going to be pushing here for.
First pitch low, 1-0 to Stang. 300 hitter with 3 doubles and a homer, but he's 0 for 3 this afternoon. 1-0 ground ball left side through the hole, a base hit. 1 run scores. Lynch rounds third. Boyd bobbles it in left field. It's a 2 RBI single for Bobby Stang. RBI 7 and 8 on the season, and Dayton has added 2 crucial insurance runs. It's now 6-3 Flyers.
And the way that this game is going, that might be the game, especially if Dayton can add some more insurance runs onto this. Sure, a 3-run lead is nice, but we saw the Bobcats in the bottom half of 2 really offensively come into play and cut into that Dayton lead, and since then it's been a pitcher's duel. But now it's the way that the Bobcats offense hasn't been able to get anything going. You wonder, is 3 runs too much to come back from?
We got a pinch hitter here for Ryan McDougal.
So I believe it should be Aiden Eberle.
And it was, but I'm wondering, are they going to switch it again?
That's my assumption, yeah, because he came into pinch run and then
Masters being a lefty also might have affected that decision. So instead of Eberle, it is now Amir Gray up to the plate. Not many at-bats this season for Gray. 0 for 3 with a hit by pitch. Throw to second, and Ohio once again had a runner caught in no man's land, but a high throw and a bobble at second base, and Smith moves to third.
And that's happened quite a few times. It's just simple little fundamental things in the game of baseball, such as a pickoff move, a good throw. The opposite has happened for the Bobcats so far, and that's turned out to be pretty costly.
Gray did have a pinch hit appearance yesterday, went 0 for 1, and now Stang takes off for second. And it's second and third with one out for Dayton once again. They've already scored 2 in the inning. Both runs charged to Hunter Brooks, who came in to start the 8th for Ohio and walked 2 batters. That pitch low. 2-0.
And you're going to have to especially be careful with Michael Smith Jr. over there on third base. Again, we talked about how he likes to run, this Dayton team likes to run. With how big this backstop is, a pass ball might be that 7th run.
2-0 low, 3-0. Now, we chatted with head coach Andrew C. of Ohio earlier this week, and, I mean, he said we have to pound the strike zone. We have to make the opponent beat us and not give them free passes, and that's what's haunted Ohio here in this 8th inning.
And that's something too, as as a coach, you want to see your guys. Sure, let them beat us by getting on base via base knocks, right? What you can limit is walks. You can limit errors. You can, to an extent, limit hits. But it's just if the opposition is better than you, then that's what's going to happen. But it's always important to control what you can control. Again, this walks, errors, things like that.
3-2 pitch catches the outside corner, strike 3. Nice job by Masters to come back and get the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Grayson Carpenter for Dayton. Carpenter 0 for 3 today. Came into today 6 for 12 on his season with 6 walks. On base percentage was .667. That ball's in the dirt. Nobody sees it. It's in front, and a run scores. Stack did block that ball, but it popped up in the air. He didn't know where it went, and that's an excellent read by Michael Smith Jr. at third base for Dayton to score and make it 7-3.
It certainly was, and again, that's what we just talked about. That this guy's got wheels. He has an amazing jump off the bag. We've already seen him try and steal a base earlier in the game. He did get picked off, but that time, right read, right jump, right time to go, timed it perfectly. And that 7-3 score line now seems like a big deficit for this Bobcats team.
There's a strike. Next offering to Carpenter. Outside. 3-1. So Dayton's added 3 more here in the 8th after we were at 4-3 for most of this game. Carpenter skies one into shallow right field. Hill comes on, makes the catch, and that ends the inning. 3 runs on just 1 hit for Dayton in the inning. Walks kill Ohio in that one. Flyers 7, Bobcats 3. We head to the bottom of the 8th in Athens. Seven, 8, 9 due up for Ohio as we head to the bottom of the 8th here in Athens. Taylor Harris, Reese Harmon, and Cam Hill to face Michael Fortes, who's been terrific in relief for Dayton. First pitch, low, 1-0. Flyers now lead at 7-3. Dayton led this game 4-0 in the second inning. Ohio then scored 3 runs in the bottom half of the second to make it 4-3, and that's where the score stayed all the way till this 8th inning. 1-0, hard line drive down the left field line, fair ball. Lynch cuts it off in left and holds Harris to a single, but Taylor Harris is now 3 for 4 in this game. He's got his 4th multi-hit game of the season, and he's reached base safely in 5 straight games he's played in.
Yeah, he has been on fire to begin this season, and that's exactly what you want to see. Start as you mean to go on, and that's exactly what Harris is doing so far.
Harmon steps in. Bats from the left side against the righty Fortes. First pitch. Hit well into right. Down the line. Carpenter charges in, and it drops. His diving attempt is unsuccessful. It's a double for Harmon. Harris moves to third, and the Bobcats have second and third with nobody down here in the bottom of the 8th.
That ball just seemed to kind of just die off the bat of Reese Harmon. It seemed like it had a lot more power initially, but it kind of just died up in the air. And I don't think that the wind or anything like that maybe played effect into maybe a little bit, but it seemed to just die midair. A great effort by Carpenter over in right field, but that's just such a difficult play for any outfielder going right onto the line, trying to dive and make a play.
First pitch to Cam Hill, swing and a miss, 0-1. Fortes had given up just 2 hits in his outing today. And now he's given up 2 hits in the 8th inning as Hill drills one to left. Lynch ranges back, makes the catch right on the warning track. This will be a sacrifice fly for Cam Hill. Harris scores. Bobcats get one back. It's 7-4. Second RBI of the season for Cam Hill on the sac fly.
And a good job of seeing that by Cam Hill. He waited on it, drove it pretty deep out into left field, a couple steps in front of the warning track. Didn't get enough of it to send it out, but you'll take a sac fly RBI all day.
That might be the end of Fortes' day. He goes 4 1/3. Good outing for Michael Fortes out of the bullpen for Dayton. We'll see who the new Flyer pitcher is when we come back from Athens. New pitcher for Dayton is Lucas Collins, 6-foot freshman lefty for the Flyers, making his third appearance of the season. First pitch to Cam Bryant. Sliced foul out of play on the left field line. 0-1. Dayton 7, Ohio 4, our score. Bobcats with 1 run in the inning. Started the inning with a single and a double. Single from Harris, double from Harmon. Cam Hill then hit a sacrifice fly. Next pitch grounded towards second. McDougal scoops it up on a couple of hops, throws to first. In time, Harmon moves to third, but Bryant grounds out, and there's 2 away. So Collins comes in and does his job for the lefty-lefty matchup, and now Cameron Boyd to the plate for Ohio. First pitch to Boyd. Jammed him, bloops one out into center field. Michael Smith Jr. comes on, makes the catch, and that's the end of the 8th. So Fortes gives up the 1 run, but Collins comes in and shuts the door on the Bobcats in the 8th. A run on 2 hits and 1 left aboard for Ohio. 7-4 Dayton as we head to the 9th in Athens. Top of the order due up for Dayton here in the 9th. Flyers 7, Bobcats 4 our score. Dylan Masters back out on the mound for Ohio, and the first pitch to Danny McDougal is high and away, 1-0. Leadoff hitter for the Flyers has been terrific today. 3 for 4, he scored twice, couple of singles and a double. Stares at a ball there, 2-0. Next offering from Masters. In their first strike, 2-1. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. McDougal chased that one. Count evens up at 2-2. Two-two offering. Line drive, right field. Hill chases and makes the catch. 1 away. Hard hit ball, but McDougal doesn't find grass there, and that'll bring up Dyronson Wouters.
Yeah, it was just kind of one of those balls that you put in contact and you hope it's not right to someone or in that general area of one of the outfielders. Again, nice contact, just right to him.
Pitch low to Wouters. 1-0. He's 2 for 4 with a RBI single and an RBI double today as he smacks this one to center. And Harris ranges over to his right and makes the catch. 2 away here in the 9th.
Back-to-back really nice, solid hit balls by the Flyers, 1 and 2 hole hitters, but it's the same thing as McDougal's. It's just right to him.
First pitch just misses, maybe a little outside to Martin Howell, 1-0. Howell did a couple of pop-outs to third base, but an RBI single and a walk. And make it 2 singles as he slashes one to left. 2-out single for Howell. Keeps the inning alive for the Flyers, who already lead at 7-4 here in the top of the 9th. And that'll bring up Colin Lynch. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. We do have a pinch hitter for Dayton. Next pitch low and away. Tommy Ehlers Jr. to the plate. Throw over to first, back safely is Howe. 5 for 19 on the year is Ehlers Jr. Does have one extra base hit. There's a home run. Next pitch outside. That one misses away, too, from Masters. He's trying to find the strike zone here against Ehlers Jr. Now he slashes one out to right center. Cam Hill gives chase and makes the catch near the warning track. He uses the wall to brace himself. Good catch by Hill. And that ends the 9th for the Flyers. We head to the home half of the 9th. Bobcats need 3 to keep it alive. We'll be back from Bob Wren. Will Henson to lead off the 9th for Ohio, trying to get a rally going. Here in game 2 of this series between Dayton and Ohio. First pitch to Henson up high at the eyes. 1-0 from Lucas Collins. Dayton 7, Ohio 4. Henson stares at a ball, 2-0. Henson bats from the right side against the lefty Collins. That's a strike, 2-1. The senior second baseman, 2 for 4 today. Single and a double. 2-1, smacked foul out of plate on the right field line. 2-2. Bobcats today, 4 runs on 9 hits. The key, 10 left on base. 2-2. Grounded fouled on the third baseline. Ton of opportunities, Gavin.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the story of this game. It's always, of course, both of these are hard, but most people would say it's easier to get guys on base than to score them, right? Scoring them's a whole different ball game in its own right, and that's been what's happened so far.
Next pitch, got him. Strike on the outside corner. Collins gets his first strikeout, 1 away here in the ninth. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1 to Dylan Shepard. And now Shepard gets hit by the curveball, so the Bobcats have a base runner here in the ninth.
And all it takes is that one, right? Just get one guy on base, and you never know what might happen from there. Just get one on and kind of see what happens.
First pitch to Stack. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 0-1. Stack bats from the right side against the lefty Collins. Swing and a miss there. 0-2.
Man, did he ever take a hack at that one? He liked that one. He was trying to send that one all the way to West Green.
Fastball right at the knees. The 0-2. Hard line drive to left. Lynch ranges over toward the line, makes the catch. 2 away. And the Bobcats are down to their final out, trailing 7-4 here in the ninth.
Now batting for the Bobcats, designated number 31, Max Walensky.
Max Polinsky charged with keeping the game alive for Ohio. First pitch to him. In there for a strike, 0-1. Polinsky today, RBI ground out in the second, ground out in the third, bunt single in the fifth, lined out in the seventh. 1 for 4 with an RBI. That one just missed off the outside corner. 1-1. Next offering, just low, maybe a little outside, 2-1. Taylor Harris awaits on deck. He's 3 for 4 today. And that breaking ball just missed. 3-1.
And Collins is not missing by a lot. It's maybe half an inch, if not less, that he's missing. These are all super, super close.
3-1, popped up, foul territory, and out of play. Onto the hill. In left. Count runs full. Bobcats down to their final strike. The payoff pitch from Collins. Line drive, right field. Will it get down? Carpenter comes in and makes the catch, and the Flyers come to Athens and get a pair of wins.
And that concludes this afternoon's ballgame.
7-4 the final.
Score, Ohio.
And Ohio just didn't quite have enough in the 8th and the 9th, Gavin.
Yeah, and it really, again, it's those couple of innings, both pitching-wise and defensively, that really has cemented kind of how ball games go for this Bobcats team. It's a couple of bad plays on defense. It's a couple of walks issued. It's a couple of errors, this or that. That has been what will decide games for these Bobcats so far.
Ohio today, 11 runners left on base. 5 of those in scoring position. Final lines, Dayton 7 runs on 10 hits, 1 error, 6 left on base. Ohio 4 runs on 9 hits, 1 error, and the 11 left on base that I just mentioned. Final score yesterday was 7-4. Today, more of the same.
There we go.
7-4. Dayton improves to 7-2 on the season. Ohio falls to 1-9 on the year. The Bobcats have lost 7 straight. Dayton has won 6 straight going into the final 2 games of this series. And by the way, it will be a doubleheader tomorrow between these 2 teams. Originally, it was a 4-game series. I believe they were going to play Sunday and Monday. I don't know if that was a mistake or on websites or schedule just changed, but now it'll be a doubleheader tomorrow. A noon first pitch tomorrow in Dayton, Ohio, and then the second game to follow that. So 4-game series between these 2 teams. Dayton takes the first 2. They'll go for the sweep tomorrow in Dayton, Ohio. Appreciate you joining us today, Gavin.
Oh, thank you for having me. Always fun.
For Gavin Carrick, once again, your final score, Flyers 7, Bobcats 4. For Gavin, I'm Gabe Genovese saying so long from